Good morning students, welcome back to your chemistry class. Today we are going to start with a new topic of the chapter carbonyl compound, that is hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbon word, it itself says something. Hydrocarbons means the compounds which are made up of only and only carbon and hydrogen. Most of them are occurring there in the nature, but a few they are derived from the petroleum and the other petrochemicals. Okay, because the petroleum itself is made up of only carbon and hydrogen. That is a major source of hydrocarbon there in the nature. But a few hydrocarbons which we will be studying a bit later, they are also present there along with the petroleum, okay, which are there in the nature, but many are being derived from the petroleum. Now let's start with the hydrocarbons. Those compounds which are made up of only two elements, carbon and hydrogen, they are hydrocarbons. These hydrocarbons are playing very important role in our day-to-day life. These hydrocarbons have been divided into two parts. One are those which are saturated. Saturated means contented. These are saturated hydrocarbons, and the other ones are unsaturated hydrocarbons. Okay. Now, what are the saturated hydrocarbons? Those hydrocarbons in which carbon and carbon atoms are linked with single bond. And you know how a single bond forms? When one pair of electrons is being shared between the carbon atoms, okay, then the single bond is formed. That means only one pair of the electron will be shared between the carbon-carbon atoms, and the single bond will be developed, and carbon will be forming definitely single bond with the hydrogen atom. So saturated hydrocarbon always have single bond between its atoms. And those compounds of carbon, where in carbon and carbon atoms either have one or more than one double or triple bonds, have one or more than one double or triple bond between the atoms. Okay, then those are unsaturated hydrocarbons. Then saturated hydrocarbons themselves are given the name of alkanes in case of organic chemistry. Now from here you have to be very specific and you should learn me very carefully. Now what are the alkanes? For this, you can say those hydrocarbons in which carbon and carbon atoms are linked with each other only by single bond. They are the alkanes. This particular series is having many members. So to learn about those members, first of all, you should know about certain things in the organic chemistry. Some specific names you should remember. I am telling you the tips for that, and those are: number one, meth. Then second is eth. Third is pro. Fourth is but. 5 is pent. And 6 is hex. Now what these words mean in organic chemistry, wherever in the organic chemistry, throughout, wherever this meth word will be mentioned, or you will be observing meth word written at some place, that means the person wants to say about only one carbon atom. So the compound which will be starting with the meth will definitely be having only one carbon atom. And those compounds which having the starting in the name starting with eth means we are talking about 2 carbon atoms. Starting with pro, that means we are talking about 3 carbon atoms. For 4, but, 5, pen and hex means 6 carbon atoms are present in that particular compound. Now let's relate all these words with this alkene. Now you divide this alkene into 2 parts. This L is meant stand for these words, and this ane is which is telling about this member when we are using them towards the end. Now alkane means the first member which is going to start with meth, now ending with ane, that means we are talking about the alkane and the first member is going to be methane. And the similar way, add ane into eth and you are getting the second member which is ethane. Then add ane to this one, you will get propane. Add ane to this one, you are talking about butane. Add ane to this one, then pentane, and then is hexane. Now anywhere, if propane word is written, you will come to know through this ane, that means we are talking about the saturated hydrocarbon. That's to that particular compound which is starting with the prop word, and prop, you know, prop is telling you about the 3 carbon atoms. That means this is a compound which is belonging to the alkane series, and it is the third member or a member which is containing 3 carbon atoms. In the similar way, let's anywhere, if hexane is written, so ane will be letting you know that we are talking about the alkane series, which is the saturated one, in which the carbon and carbon atoms will definitely be having a single bond, and hex will be telling you this particular member of the alkane series is having 6 carbon atoms. Now these saturated hydrocarbons, which are known as the alkanes in this case, if we have to find out the molecular formula of these compounds, okay, then this particular alkane series can be represented by one general formula which can help us to find out the molecular formula of these compounds, and that is CnH2n plus 2, where n is the number of carbon atoms. Okay, now we'll use this formula to find out the formula of these compounds. Let's talk about methane. Methane means meth will be telling you that we are talking about 1 carbon atom. So it is C1H2 into 1 plus 2, that means you are getting CH4. This is the molecular formula of this particular compound. If I go for ethane, that means we are talking about 2 carbon atoms. So fill 2 here, and 2 into 2 plus 2, you will be getting C2H6. In the similar way, when you will be finding or putting the number of carbon atom in the given general formula, you can find out the molecular formula of these compounds. So propane will be C3H. It is always, hydrogen atoms are always 2 more than the double of the carbon atom. So it is 3 to the 6 plus 2, 8. Then you will get C4H10. Then you will get C5H12. In the similar way, C6H14. So what are we deriving finally out of this general formula? These are the molecular formulae of these compounds which are falling into the alkane series, and these are the saturated hydrocarbons. Once we are through with the molecular formulae, now I will be taking you for the lines formula, or you can say the structural formulae of these compounds and the electron dot structures of these compounds. Methane you have already done. Okay, let's talk about ethane. Okay. Let's go for the electron dot structure for the second member of this alkane series. And the second member means 2 carbon atoms. Okay, that is ethane. And ethane means how many carbon atoms are present? In this case, 2. So we will mention 2 carbon atoms here. Okay, 2 carbon atoms. And you know the carbon is, and these 2 carbon atoms have to develop single bond, because these are the alkanes and they are having the single bond between the carbon and carbon atoms. So that single bond definitely will be developed by sharing of one electron. So we have written this pair of electron which is being shared by these 2 carbon atoms, so that the single bond is being developed by these 2 carbon atoms. Now let's talk about the tetravalency of the carbon. 1 electron this side, then second electron this side, third this side, fourth this side. And in the similar way, 1 electron of this carbon this side, second this side, third this side, and fourth this side. Now these are the free ends, or you can say the reactive sites of the carbon atom, where the free electrons are present. Because these are the hydrocarbons, definitely the hydrogen will be coming and combining at this place and will be developing the bonds at these places only. So let's put hydrogen and represent the 1 electron of that hydrogen with a dot. In the similar way, hydrogen here with a dot, similar way hydrogen here and dot, similar way hydrogen here, N dot, similar way here, and in the similar way here. Now, if for your information, I can let you know here also, because hydrogen is having atomic number 1, so its electronic configuration is 1. That means its outermost shell is containing only 1 electron, and it is deficit of 1 electron, which can either be gained or it can either or being shared with the carbon atom. But here, because we are talking about the covalent bonds, so no loss and gain is going on. So the hydrogen will be completing its duplet by only sharing of the electron with the carbon atoms. So let's put circles around. This hydrogen is going to complete its duplet by sharing 1 electron with this carbon atom. In the similar way, this hydrogen. In the similar way, this hydrogen, this hydrogen, this hydrogen, and this hydrogen. All the hydrogens are contented. All the hydrogens are contented with their own duplets. They are stable now. But what is the rule of the covalent bond? Whichever number of the electrons are being shared by one particular atom, exactly the same it will be taking from the other atom for the sharing task. So hydrogen is happy because it has taken one or shared 1 electron with this one and completing the duplet. In the other way, this carbon will definitely have to get happier after sharing the electron with rest of the areas around, or rest of the hydrogen which is sharing with it. So what will happen now? This carbon is going to complete its octet. How? Because this shared 1 electron this side, so definitely will be taking 1 electron of this carbon, and with hydrogen here, so it will be sharing 1 electron of this hydrogen. From here, because it has given its 1 electron for sharing, will be taking 1 electron of this hydrogen exactly from this side, and finally now look, it has completed its octet by the sharing of the electron. In the similar way, this carbon is going to do, so it will be completing its octet. So this is, you can call it electron dot structure, or you can call it Lewis dot structures. Okay, now further we will go for the structural formulae. Okay, what are the structural formulae? Structural means we have to go for the line diagrams. In that case, now look, we have taken 2 carbon atoms. Okay, one pair of the electron has been shared. That means a single bond has been developed. This carbon has developed 1 single bond with this hydrogen. Okay, write down, and then this hydrogen, write down. Then it has developed 1 with this one, write down. In the similar way, this carbon has formed 3 single bonds with these rest of the hydrogen atoms. Now count the total number of carbon atoms. These are 2. Total number of hydrogen atoms. These are 6. That means it is C2H6, that is ethane, and this is the structural formula for the ethane molecule. This is electron dot formula, and this is your molecular formula, that is C2H6. Let's take one more example, butane. Now you have taken butane. Butane means again 2 parts. But means 4 carbon atoms. A means we are talking about the saturated hydrocarbon. So derive the formula, it is C4H10. Okay, C4H10 is going to be the molecular formula of this compound. Once you will be putting the number of carbon atoms here according to the but. Okay, now you have to go for the electron dot structure. Put 4 carbon atoms in chain. Then develop a single bond by the sharing of 1 electron from both the sides. Finally, tetravalency has to be completed. To get completed, 1, 2, 3 and 4. This carbon atom is sharing 1 electron this side, 1 electron this side. So third and fourth are lying on both the sides. Here also 1, 2 this side, third and fourth this side. Then 1 this side, third, fourth, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So this way they have completed their tetravalency. Now these are the free sides where the hydrogen will come and join. Okay, put hydrogen atoms this way. So once the hydrogen atoms have been placed on the free areas where the electrons of the carbon atoms are free, then after that complete the duplets of all the hydrogen atoms by putting circles around. And once this job has been done by you people nicely, then you have to complete the octet of the carbon. Now look at this carbon. If you will be observing it carefully, you will be definitely finding 8 electrons lying around this carbon atom. So this carbon, because it has shared 1 electron with this carbon, so we will definitely be taking 1 electron from that side, and from this one from this side, and one from this side, one from this side. So 4 of its own, 1 of this carbon, 1 of this hydrogen, 1 of this hydrogen, and 1 of this hydrogen. Finally the octet has been completed. In the similar way, this carbon atom is going to complete its octet, and the next one will be going to do in the similar way, and finally the last one is going to complete its octet. Once this has been done, this Lewis dot structure has been done, go for the structural formulae, where you have to put 4 carbon atoms in line, because the single bonds have been developed by the sharing of 1-1 pair, so put lines. Okay, they are representing one single covalent bond. Then because one pair of the electrons share is between this carbon and hydrogen, put a bond here. In the similar way, one this side, similar way one this side, one this side, one this side, then one this side, this side, this side, this side, and this side. You will always observe that the terminal carbon atoms, okay, they are having 3 hydrogens, and in between whichever is a number of the carbon atoms are lying in the chain, they are having only 2. And every time, every carbon atom is surrounded by only 4 bonds. If somewhere you will be exceeding more than 4 bonds, that means you are wrong. So you have to be very specific while doing this job, and you have to be very specific while drawing the electrons also. Okay, so this is about the alkane series. Now alkanes are present in the cyclic form also. These are the straight structures which have been shown. That means a chain which may start with 2 carbon atoms, or which may end with the thousands of carbon atoms. Okay, it is all because of the catenation property, which you have already read in the previous classes. The catenation is self-linking power of the carbon atoms, which is resulting in the formation of either straight chain structures, which I have already told you in case of the alkanes, which are the desaturated with the formula CnH2n+2, but they are also present in the cyclic form. Now let me take you to the cyclic structure. Let's say if we are having cyclic structure, and that's 2 saturated ones. Okay, in that case, let's go for, first of all, a straight chain structure for the propane. Now, if I have written these lines, it is understood that hydrogen is written all around. Okay, just keep this thing in your mind. This is your straight chain structure for the propane. If I have to close it, okay, that means this carbon has to develop a bond. That means this carbon, which was the terminal. Okay, let me bend this one. Bend karte hain. Bend mein kya hai? One carbon atom is lying this side, one this side. So they have represented themselves in this way. And this carbon atom is having 3 bonds with hydrogen. This carbon atom is having 2 bonds with this carbon. And this carbon atom is having 3 bonds with hydrogen. Okay, if they are present, okay, simple, the bending has become, we have just deformed the structure, otherwise it is also known as straight structure. You will come to know later on once you will be going for the isomerism. Okay, but now if I want to close this structure, that means this carbon atom and this carbon atom, they have to develop a bond to close themselves in the form of a ring. But here the already hydrogens are present. Okay, that means now these hydrogens have to get removed. Once this hydrogen will be going, so that means the bond will break. So that hydrogen will move away with its own electron. The hydrogen which is coming out, you can say that is present here now, which is having its own electron. This hydrogen which is coming out from this area, this is out because we have removed it. This carbon atom is left with 1 electron. Okay, this carbon atom is also left with 1 electron. Now these electrons will be shared and a single bond will be developed between the carbon and carbon atom. Now you can count the tetravalence. This carbon surrounded by 4 bonds, 2 with the hydrogen, okay, and 2 with the other carbon atom. This carbon atom, 2 with the hydrogen, 2 with the other carbon atom. This carbon, 2 with the hydrogen and 2 with the other carbon atoms. So even if I have to represent it with the electron dot, or you can say the Lewis dot structure, how to go ahead? So first of all, I will write down 3 carbon atoms. Because the single bonds are present, put crosses, one pair of electron amongst these carbon atoms. Once this has been done, now let's go for the tetravalency of the carbon. According to that, we will be putting the electrons around. So this carbon, 1 electron this side, 1 electron this side being shared. So it is left with 2 electrons free. And here also this carbon atom, 1 shared this side, 1 shared this side, left with 2 electrons. This also in the similar way. Okay, now whichever are the free electrons, there you have to put hydrogen atoms. Okay, put hydrogen atoms. Now complete the duplets of these compounds. Hydrogen is completing the duplet, this hydrogen completing the duplet, this hydrogen completing the duplet, this hydrogen completing this also and this also. Once they have done, now let's talk about the octet of the carbon. This carbon, because shared 1 electron this side, 1 electron this side, 1 this side, this side. So 4 of its own, and from the 4 from the other side, and 8 of its own. Once this has been done, now you keep this thing aside. Now talk about this carbon. This carbon 2, 4, 6 and 8 in the similar way. And then let's go for the next one. To this side, to this side, to this side and to this side, and the octet has been completed. Now once you have done this, and after that you have to name this compound. Okay. Naming, you have to be very specific. This will be, you have to mention this is a cyclopropane. If you will write on it only propane, it will be wrong, because propane is going to be a linear structure, formula with C3H8, but this is cyclopropane that with formula C3H6, derived from the general formula CnH2n. Understood? Let me give you one more example for the cyclic compounds. Let's take linear butane. Linear butane was C4H10 and it was derived from the formula, general formula CnH2n plus 2. But if I have to go for the cyclic carbon, hydrocarbon, that means saturated cyclic hydrocarbon, the formula is going to be CnH2n, that means you will get C4H8. So how to go ahead in that case? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Or these 2 carbon atoms will develop 1 bond, these 2 carbon atoms will develop 1 bond, these 2 will develop 1 bond and these 2 will develop 1 bond. Once these 4 bonds have been developed between the carbon and carbon atom or the single one, then let's go for the tetravalency. This carbon atom forming 1 bond this side, 1 bond this side, that means it is left with 2 bonds which will be formed with the hydrogen atom. Exactly this carbon atom, 1 this side and 2 more bonds will be developed with the hydrogen atom. So this way, this carbon will be developing, and this way, this carbon will also be developing. So each carbon atom will be finding having the 4 single covalent bonds. Tetravalency of the carbon has been completed, and it has completed its octet by the sharing of the electron. How? Now let me go for the Lewis dot structure. So in that case, again, Vida, you have to put 4 carbon atoms in this square form. And then put a pair of electrons between the carbon atoms, because the single bond has to be developed. Then count the number of electrons around the carbon atom, 1, 2, 3 and 4. Then 1, 2, 3 and 4. The similar way, 3 and 4. Then similar way, 3 and 4. Then wherever these electrons are present, put hydrogen. Okay. Hydrogen you have to put around these reactive sites where the free electrons are present. Then complete the duplets with them. This way, every hydrogen will be sharing one electron with the carbon atoms, and they will be keeping themselves stable after sharing the electrons. Once this has been done, now let's go for the octets of the carbon atoms. Let's talk about this carbon. carbon sharing this side also, carbon sharing this side also, carbon sharing this side also with hydrogen and this side also, and look, 8 electrons in the loop of the carbon atoms. Okay, so octet has been completed. In the similar way, this carbon atom, so this carbon has shared this side, so definitely we'll be taking from this side, we'll be taking from this side and finally from this side. So this carbon, if you will look around this, about this loop of the carbon, you'll find only 8 electrons. Exactly in the similar way, this carbon is going to complete its octet by sharing of electrons from this side and this side. This carbon has shared this side and this side. So the octet will be completed. So this way every atom has turned very stable. So this is now cyclobutane. Okay. It is cyclobutane, and when you have to go for the cyclopentane, which is C5H10, you will go for the pentagonal structure. When you have to go for cyclohexane, you will go for the hexagonal structure, and in this way you can draw the saturated cyclic hydrocarbons too with the general formula CnH2n, but the linear compounds of the hydrocarbons will have, saturated hydrocarbons will have the general formula CnH2n plus 2. But the most important thing which you have to learn is the sequence in which they are. You have to be learned. Meth means 1 carbon, H means 2 carbon, prop 3 carbon, bute 4 carbon, pent 5 carbon, hex 6 carbon, so that never ever any mistake is being carried out while going for either the linear structure, electron dot structure, or the structural formulae. You can very easily draw. So once you will be going for the practice, write down all the names on the paper, then find out their molecular formulae from the this formula, and finally go for the line structures, electron dot structures, and everything whatever has been taught to you people. So next time when we'll meet, you will be through with all the saturated hydrocarbon. Till that time, stay at home and stay very